I'm Teresa, 62. It's Mother's Day again, and the morning sun is streaming through my kitchen windows as I arrange a bouquet of tulips from my garden. The house smells of cinnamon and sugar, with homemade rolls rising in the oven. The doorbell rings, and I know it's my son Leo and my grandchildren, Lily and Max. A year ago, things were so different. Leo's wife, Vivian, had always been cold towards me. I'd been so eager to be part of their family that I'd turned a blind eye to her rudeness. I'd helped them buy their house, paying the mortgage for them when Leo lost his job in the fashion industry. On that fateful Mother's Day eve, I was in my kitchen, arranging delicate pink roses in a crystal vase I'd saved for special occasions. It was a gift for Vivian. The sunlight caught on the polished surface of the hand-painted teacup I'd splurged on for her, even though it was a stretch on my fixed income. My phone buzzed. It was Leo. His voice sounded strained as he said, "Mom, about tomorrow." Vivian thought it'd be better to keep it small, just family. I was stunned. "But I'm family," I said. He then told me that Vivian's parents were coming and staying for the weekend. I was heartbroken, but still decided to drive by their house to drop off the gifts. When I arrived, the house was quiet. Just as I was about to leave the gifts on the porch, I heard Vivian's voice through the open window. "Don't worry about her showing up. I made sure Leo told her to stay away. She's not invited this year, or any year if I have my way." My heart sank. Then she said, "You know what would be a real Mother's Day present? When that old hag finally goes into a nursing home, that would be cause for celebration." The gift bag slipped from my fingers, and the teacup set shattered on the concrete. I drove home in a daze. Looking at my checkbook, I realized the mortgage payment for their house was due next week. I'd already written the check. With trembling fingers, I tore it in half and called the bank to stop all future payments. 3 days passed without a word from Leo or Vivian. Then Leo called, angry. "Where's the mortgage payment?" he demanded. I took a deep breath and said, "I'm not making the payment anymore, Leo. I heard what Vivian really thinks of me." He accused me of spying, and when I explained what I'd heard, he said she was just venting. But I was done. "It's about years of disrespect, Leo. I've given, and all I've gotten in return is being treated like an aiding." He pleaded that they needed the money, but I stood firm. "Sell the house if you can't afford it," I said. He thought I was using money to punish them, but I told him it was about respect. A few weeks later, Lily, my 11-year-old granddaughter, showed up at my door in tears. "Dad and Mom are fighting all the time about the house and about you. I heard Dad say the bank is going to take our house away." My heart ached for her. I made her favorite hot chocolate and explained gently that it was an adult disagreement about respect. When I called Leo to tell him Lily was with me, he was relieved but worried that Vivian wouldn't like it. I decided to be bold and suggested Lily stay for dinner. Leo came to pick her up later. He looked exhausted. He'd lost his job again, and the foreclosure proceedings had started. He showed me a crumpled envelope full of birthday cards and Christmas checks I'd sent to the kids, all unopened. He admitted he knew about some of Vivian's behavior but had hoped she'd change. I told him I'd spoken to a lawyer because I'd contributed a significant amount to their house. I could make a claim or take partial ownership, but I had conditions. I needed regular access to my grandchildren, to be treated with respect, and for Vivian to apologize. Leo said Vivian would rather live in a cardboard box than apologize. He and Vivian had a huge fight about it. He was staying at a motel near his old job, and the kids were with Vivian. After he left, I found an old sketchbook in my spare room. Art had been my passion before marriage and motherhood. I decided to get back into it. I bought art supplies and signed up for art classes at the community center. In class, I met some wonderful women and we became friends. They encouraged me to submit a painting to a local gallery exhibition. A year has passed. Leo and Vivian separated. The house went into foreclosure. Vivian moved to New York with her sister, taking the kids with her at first. But then, she met someone new and decided to stay there permanently. She agreed to let the kids spend summers and holidays with Leo. Leo found a new job and a modest house to rent near me. Now, on this Mother's Day, Lily and Max rush in, arms outstretched for hugs. Leo stands there with a wrapped package and a sheepish grin. Happy Mother's Day, Mom, he says, kissing my cheek. I unwrap the gift to find a beautifully framed photograph of me with the kids taken at the art show, where one of my paintings won an honorable mention. We're all beaming at the camera. Leo tells me he got a promotion. I'm so proud of him. He says he couldn't have done it without me, that I showed him what it means to respect oneself. As we sit down to lunch, Leo raises his glass of sparkling cider. To Mom, for teaching us what truly matters. The kids echo the toast and I blink back tears. The price of dignity was high, but it was so worth it.